It's 1:45 Paris time. I'm Sarah Wolff. I'm the director of the Center for European Research at Queen Mary University of London, but also principal investigator for the NEXTEUK Jean Monnet Center of Excellence, which is supported by the program Erasmus+. And I'm very happy to welcome you today in this conference on the future of EU-UK relations and the global order. So today we are gathering leading experts in and tomorrow in roundtables, special sessions, but also academic panels on security issues, defense, and foreign policy. Let me introduce you a little bit what NEXTEUK is about. It's a 3-year-long project that aims at bringing frontier edge and innovative research, teaching, and policy and engagement activities on the future of EU-UK relations. We're working on the historical achievement of the EU-UK relationship. We have, of course, a whole team of experts who have been working on the roots of Brexit and its implication for European integration and British politics. But we also try to provide forward-looking analysis on the future of EU-UK relations and formulating policy-relevant recommendations. And in that respect, we have just published 2 policy briefs following policy roundtables on the theme of British influence over the EU in post-Brexit times, where we have analyzed the implications of the new TCA governance structures, and a recent policy brief on freedom, security, and justice post-Brexit, focusing on EU on justice and home affairs cooperation. And throughout these events, we have gathered academics, students, but also commissioners to the EU, ex-British commissioners to the EU, UK civil servants, UK mission representative from the UK mission to the EU, and also EAS representatives, as well as from the European Parliament, but also from the private sector. So we're trying to really act as a hub to connect academics and policymakers. This is our second and last international conference, and I would like to thank, first of all, the whole team that is behind the creation and the organization of this conference. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we were not able to hold it in Paris. We should have held it at the University of London Institute in Paris, where Queen Mary also delivers some programs. But due to the situation, we had, of course, as you understand, to move online. And I would like to thank Gary Schwartz, who is helping us from the technical side, and also my colleague Agathe Piquet, who you will meet as well, who has helped us to move very quickly to this online format. We are waiting at the moment for 2 colleagues to join us. And I believe that possibly they will join us in a minute. So I think that's what I had to say about NEXTEUK. I just want to highlight also maybe the key parts of this program. So we will have the opening speeches by our 2 keynote speakers, Sylvie Berman, who is a former French ambassador to the UK and is president of the board of directors of the IHEDN, which is an institute that looks at defense studies in France. And we're very glad to welcome the British ambassador to France, who is Mena Frances Rawlings, and will join us at 2 p.m. And then we will have the first policy roundtable, which is also co-hosted with the Queen Mary Global Policy Institute on the future of the EU-UK security relationship, And we have also renowned speakers who are going to discuss the current security relationship and hopefully the future, their remarks on what the future will look like. We have a speaker from the Wolff School in France, the director of the Wolff School in France, Jean-Marc Vigilant. Alice Panier, who is joining us from the Institut Français des Relations Internationales, who will discuss also the geopolitics of technology and how it impacts also the EU-UK relationship. Professor Violeta Moreno from Queen Mary University of London, who will discuss the migration cooperation, and also Paul Taylor, who's a renowned columnist for Politico, and my colleague Valsamis Mitsilegas, who is also speaking on criminal law. So we have gathered really keynote experts, which I think will be very relevant for this conference. And I would like also to pay special attention to tonight's program, which is at special section of the program, which will be at 6 o'clock tonight. It's a presentation of the EU-UK relations in 2030. And I really like this report because it's actually the result of a collective work from our PhD students who have gathered during the first PhD summer school of NEXTEUK. So building a community of young research scholars who have worked beyond the PhD summer school on a collective report, and will present their findings on how they see from their own expertise, from their own research, the shape that EU-UK relations will take in 2030, and they all have expertise in different sectors. So please do not leave us too early tonight and stay on for this presentation, which will be moderated by my colleague Agathe Piquet. And hello, good afternoon, Colin.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me well?
I can. Can you hear me, Sarah?
Yes, I was about to introduce you, so that's good timing. So thank you for joining us, Professor Grant. You're Vice Principal International at Queen Mary University. Is there an issue with the sound?
No issue at all.
No. Okay, I hear an echo. Sorry, and you're currently chair of the British Council Education Advisory Group, and also a trustee of the Council for At-Risk Academics. And you have leadership experience in various countries in the global South. And I think we know best each other through the Queen Mary Global Policy Institute that you are leading, and which is also trying is achieving also this connection between academics and policymakers, and is co-hosting the first roundtable. So I think you have a few words as well for our participants. The floor is yours.
I do, and thank you so much, Sarah, for your kind words of welcome. I've just made it into the call, having frantically tried to download Google Chrome, but I hope you can see me reasonably clearly. I realize that Ambassador Berman and Ambassador Rawlings are not yet with us, but in their absence, I will salute them, but also our distinguished speakers, colleagues, partners, and friends. And on behalf of Queen Mary University of London, NEXTEUK, and the Queen Mary Global Policy Institute, may I extend a very warm welcome to this symposium entitled Global Order and the Future of EU-UK Relations. It is, I'm sure you will agree, a compelling subject, which should enable us to navigate the somewhat choppy waters generated by debates around fishing quotas. For the global order, assuming there is still such a thing, demands more bilateral, more multilateral cooperation, and certainly not less. Cooperation is resilience. France and the UK, of course, share a history rich in cooperation, also in adversity, through 2 world wars, the creation of our shared European home, and also with the G20, within the G20 and NATO. And our values and our engagement for democracy, the rule of law, evidence, and the Enlightenment, n'en déplaise à Edmund Burke, bind us in common cause, despite what one might call des paroxysmes temporaires. So, les questions de la confiance mutuelle, de la défense, de la sécurité et du libre commerce sont en jeu. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll find over the course of these 2 days roundtables on an array of subjects relating to this long-standing and vital relationship to enable Europe to remain resilient in the age of uncertainty. Alors donc, je suis très content de pouvoir compter avec des locuteurs très éminents dans les domaines de la science, de la politique et des médias. Permettez-moi, sans plus tarder, passer la parole à mes chers collègues, M. Valsamis Mitsilegas et Mme Sarah Wolff. Valsamis, Sarah, the floor is yours, et je vous remercie.
Thank you very much, Colin, for your words, and indeed highlighting how this kind of initiative also participate to strengthening the relationship, mutual understanding, and hopefully furthering cooperation across practitioners, academics on these issues. I think we have about 3 minutes. Oh yes, before our ambassadors are joining us. But I see that Valsamis Mitsilegas is with us. Thank you very much for joining us. You are the Dean for Europe at Queen Mary University, but you are also Professor of Law and a renowned expert on criminal law. And you have advised many EU institutions with your research and provided evidence to also the British Parliament on such issues. So the floor is yours. We can.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you very much for the kind introduction. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you to this event in a double capacity, in a two-hatted capacity, as the University's Dean for Europe and as the President of Queen Mary Paris. And I mention these two roles not to boast, but to demonstrate the commitment that Queen Mary has in strengthening our presence into Europe after Brexit. So there is a specific priority and focus on our European initiatives, and there is a specific focus on strengthening our presence in France via Queen Mary Paris, via a firm establishment within France, and of course via our presence through education, through research, through policy work in Paris. It is a pity that we are not able to host this in person. We would love to host you in our base in Paris together with our partners there, but we'll have to make do online. I'm very much looking forward to our discussions today about the future of French-UK and EU-UK collaborations. And without further ado, I hand over back to Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and highlighting Queen Mary's commitments to Europe and our presence in Paris. Indeed, as I said at the beginning, we wish we could have held the conference in person, but I hope it will be for another opportunity. Thank you very much, Valsamis, and you will be joining us in the future sessions and in the roundtable